Hey, it's okay, and welcome back to Fast Forward Cooking. Today, we're going to be making a strawberry rhubarb pie. Now, this pie is going to be awesome with all that new rhubarb coming in if you live in British Columbia. So, let's get started on that crust. 2 cups of flour sifted together with the teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoons of cold butter or margarine, but butter is better. 2/3 of a cup of lard or shortening. Some cold water for the pastry dough. So once you've assembled all of your ingredients, you're going to want to first preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that your oven's preheating, you're going to want to start making your crust. Now, first, you're going to sift together your flour and your salt. Once you've done that, you're going to want to add in your lard. Once you've added in the lard, you're going to want to start cutting it into pea-sized portions with a pastry blender. Now, once you have accomplished that, you add in the butter or margarine. Once that has been successfully broken down into the pastry dough, you're going to want to add in around 4 tablespoons of water and then 1 tablespoon at a time and just until the dough comes together. So, once you've assembled your pie shell and your pie top, now you have to start making that filling. Now, the filling is going to consist of these ingredients. 2 cups sliced strawberries, 4 cups chopped rhubarb sliced into 1/2-inch pieces, 1/2 cup of white sugar and 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of flour, a tablespoon of cornstarch, and last but not least, 1/4 teaspoon of dried ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. So, once all your filling ingredients have been assembled, you have to start mixing together all of your dry ingredients. Once those have all been mixed together, you're going to want to add in the rhubarb and strawberries and then mix that until they're nicely coated and the strawberries are starting to release their juice. So first off, you're going to want to start cutting your rhubarb into 1/2-inch pieces. So once your rhubarb is all chopped up, you're going to want to start slicing your strawberries. Okay, so once all that's chopped up, you're going to want to start putting together your filling. So you're going to want to combine your ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg, your flour, and your cornstarch, along with the sugar. Once that's all nicely combined, you're going to want to add your rhubarb and a little bit of your strawberries, just a little at a time. Now once those are nicely coated, you're going to want to add the rest of them. Now once that's all mixed together, you're going to notice that it's going to start getting wet because the sugar is going to start drawing out the juices from the strawberry, turning it into a pie filling. So once you've mixed all that together, you're going to want to start making your pie. So let's start assembling that pie. Okay, so once you've sealed the edges, you're going to want to cut off the excess pastry dough. Once you have fully assembled your pie, which means putting the filling into the pie, adding the top, sealing it, and then cutting off all that excess dough, you're gonna have to go put it into your 425-degree Fahrenheit oven. So once you have started baking your pie at 425, you're gonna need to wait around 10 minutes for it to start cooking, and then you're gonna have to drop it down to 350. Now, I don't have to wait, I got this magic ring here, so let's go forward in time for 10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes has elapsed. Let's go change that pie temperature. Okay, so now that your pie is down to 350, you're gonna have to wait for it to bake for around 45 to 50 minutes. Well, luckily we don't have to wait on fast forward cooking. We got the magic ring here, so let's go forward in time around 50 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we are 50 minutes in the future. Let's go take out that pie. Once you have the pie out of the oven, you're gonna realize it smells really good and you're gonna wanna cut yourself a piece. So let's go cut ourselves a piece. So let's take a bite of that pie. Holy crap, that's some damn good pie. Tart yet sweet. Pastry was just so flaky. Well, I hope yours turns out as good as mine. So thank you for watching my 6th episode of Fast Forward Cooking, and I hope to see you next time.
3, 2. Okay, so. Okay, so.